Horn. I'm the lead singer and guitarist of Courage My Love. I'm Phoenix, and I play drums in Courage My Love.
And I'm David, and I play bass.
Tell me where you got the band name from. It's pretty darn cool.
It comes from a 1936 movie, like a black and white, kind of the first ever sci-fi movie called Things to Come. And it's really cool. It's kind of like the first ever zombie apocalypse movie-ish. And it's just a line in the movie. And when we heard it, we thought it was kind of the perfect name, because we've been searching for a name for a while. And we wanted one that wasn't exactly, like, negative. We wanted it to be positive, but kind of neutral, so it could be any style of music. Mm-hmm. And we thought that name suited everything pretty well.
Zombies are very cool right now, so I think you were kind of timely with that.
The truth is, we have a time machine, so we went a few years forward into the future, and we found out what was cool, and then that's how we chose our band name.
Yeah, or you went down the list as well. Vampires done. Werewolves done. What's next? Zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah, probably zombies are like mutant robots.
For our audience, if Mercedes and Phoenix happen to sound exactly alike, it's because they're twins. So.
Yeah, I started with that. Maybe I should do like a fake voice or something.
Yeah, if you could sound a little deeper, a little more masculine, that would be awesome.
Of course.
So you've come out with a EP. It's called For Now. And it's got 8 tracks on it, and I've listened to it, and it's really cool. It's pop, punk, rock. It's a lot of fun. It's very upbeat. Tell me a little bit about the development of that.
The reason we called it For Now, and the title track is called For Now, is because that kind of expresses our feelings about what this first release is going to be. The band is kind of the first step of our careers, and we are hoping that it's a good first step that people get to see, hey, here's who we are.
So what was it like celebrating the launch of your album and your 18th birthday on Halloween? What on earth did you do?
It was pretty awesome. We played a show, a hometown show, and then we had a big party, and then we went to Halloween haunts at Canada's Wonderland to see all the haunted houses.
Nice. And you'd mentioned your hometown, which is Kitchener. Tell me what is, for those who maybe haven't been to Kitchener, what is great about that city?
There's a great music scene, actually. A lot of people in Kitchener don't realize how great the music scene is. There's lots of music venues and clubs and stuff. So I guess we kind of took that for granted when we were just playing shows in Kitchener, and then we branched out and realized how good the scene actually is there. And just saying, Oktoberfest in Kitchener is
When you decided to launch your music, you set up your own record label, which seems particularly savvy for young artists. Tell me about Homeschool Prom and how that came about.
Kind of a decision that we all made unanimously, because we did sign a distribution deal with Warner Music, which is a major label, but we wanted to have our own trademark and our own kind of indie mark on it, so that we could stay in control of a lot of things, such as writing all the music and then getting to decide, on pictures and our whole image and everything like that. But also, we're hoping that in the future we get to sign a few indie bands. Maybe once we cut our teeth, yeah, we're kind of like the practice band for our label, so we're the guinea pigs. We'll see how things go, and like 2 or 3 years down the road when we've got a bit more experience in the industry, maybe we can sign indie bands, and be that label that be a really band-friendly label, considering that we actually are a band. That's the hope, yeah.
Tell me about your Barricade music video.
We had a way higher budget for this one, because the first one we just kind of came up with, it was like, it's first song on the EP also called Bridges, and it's just like, we did it for fun with the same director, actually, as the Barricade video. We were blown away when we finally saw the first edit, because it was just so much different from the first one.
You were talking about your how you guys create your songs. One does lyrics, one does the melody. Is that right?
That's right.
How long does it take you to pull a song together usually?
It depends. Because, what do you think, Phoenix? Like, Phoenix and I will end up writing it, and then David will end up coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll just kind of, like, we'll cook the meal and we'll put the salt or the pepper on it.
Yeah.
And are you guys working on your full-length album now?
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna put out a full length or another EP. Phoenix and I have already started writing songs for the next release that we have, and they're sounding pretty good, I think. So the next stage is to just record them all and choose our favorite ones to release, which is always kind of my least favorite process because I like recording it, but I don't like having to choose songs.
They're like kids.
Yeah, I love them all, you know, like our children. So, so that's kind of the next step. And then we're also making an acoustic version of the For Now EP.
Uh-huh.
So all the songs on plus a few extras, we're going to have sort of acoustic releases too, which I'm pretty excited for.
David, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
I have a quiz that I was going to ask of everybody, but seeing as you've been so quiet, you get to be picked on for the moment.
Okay.
So more of the band are girls than guys. I don't know if you noticed. 2 girls, 1 guy. Can you name at least 3 other rock bands that have more girls than guys?
Oh man. Well, they're kind of heavier than rock, but I'd say Kitty for sure. There's no dudes in that. Heart and oh man, the Runaways.
The Runaways. And the reason I'm asking this is because this is kind of a unique dynamic. You being the sole guy in the group, how are you enjoying the dynamic?
Well, like I was in one band before this. Like it wasn't really a serious band. We never got out of the basement, but it was also like 2 girls and me. And like in high school and all that, like I hung out with girls more than guys. I think it's almost better because I don't get like stupid pranks pulled on me. Like the pranks are a lot just like funnier instead of gross.
I was on your Twitter and I noticed that you guys did a little shout out to PETA. Tell me about that. Tell me about caring for animals, basically.
Well, Phoenix and I, we're both vegetarians, and I am kind of fighting a losing battle trying to become vegan. But yeah, and we're really both passionate about animal rights and ending animal cruelty. So what we used to do is we used to go protest some stuff. Like Phoenix and I, we protested KFC and stood outside of the KFC and basically got them to change their policy.
Yeah, because now all KFCs in Canada, they have to work with pet counselors now.
So that they kill their chickens humanely. And also, we've done other stuff like we protested a circus one time, and we closed down a fur factory. So yeah, it's just we're also not only passionate about animal rights as well as human rights too.
The way band is.
Yeah, basically we all kind of have like a Buddhist mentality. It's like every living thing, all things are sacred. So.
Your album is called For Now, and you are Courage My Love, and the album is out now. And what's the next step for you guys?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. We're already planning on making another music video from one of the songs off of For Now. I can't say which one yet, but hopefully you'll see it soon. We just read the script for it, and we're all very stoked about it. We are, like I said, recording an acoustic version of the EP that will be released. And we're already writing the next EP or full length or whatever release we're going to make. We're already writing the songs for that, and we're getting really excited about that. And then hopefully we can do more touring with the For Now EP just to, get our chops up and get everyone more aware about the EP. So I really can't say what the future holds, but when you're in this band, you can't really tell what the next day is going to be like. Everything's just really exciting.
Cool. Well, all I know is that you have to have courage, my love. Courage, my love.
I knew what you did there.
Thanks so much, guys. All the best with your press junkets.
Bye.